Good morning, welcome to another weekly vlog. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody had a lovely weekend and is having a good week. It's a busy one this week. I've got quite a lot on this week. Today, I'm starting with, let me just sit down a second. Today I'm starting with, I've got a meeting with Karen from the Geordie Grandma, who you may or may not watch on YouTube, to discuss a little ongoing collab we might do together for this year. Got a meeting with her via FaceTime or Zoom or whatever this morning. And then I've got a wellness appointment this afternoon, a health MOT, if you will, which I'm going to tell you about a bit later. That's over in Torquay, and then I've got lots of appointments and things and activities and stuff this week, more so than usual. So yeah, as I said, a busy week. We had a nice weekend. I am getting curtains here on my big window there. Ashley started putting a curtain rail up, hence the ladder there. He's been waiting overnight for some glue to dry for, I don't know, some curtain fixing or other, some DIY type thing. And then my new curtains are going up, hopefully this evening, so I'll be able to show you them. We originally had vertical blinds there, and when we changed the windows and the patio doors, the patio door, window, whatever it is, the blinds had to come down and we didn't put them back up. They were a bit officey. They're the same as the ones in my bedroom, and while they do serve a purpose and they're neat and tidy, they're a little bit officey for my liking. So I've been thinking for a while about getting curtains there just to soften the room a bit. I mean, obviously we haven't finished this end of the room. That will be done when the wall for the kitchen is moved outwards, and yeah, anyway, I digress. But yes, curtains have arrived. My new wallpaper's arrived as well. And the curtains should go up tonight. So that's nice. So I actually did that over the weekend. I went out for dinner with friends on Saturday night, went for an Indian, which was really nice. What else? Other than that, fairly quiet weekend, I think. Right, I want to sort out a few empties. So we're going to look at some empties to kick off the week, I think. Excuse the mess behind me, it's on the list for today. Right, I'm getting rid of 2 mascaras. This is what brand is this? It's L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. And this is a very nice mascara. It really lengthens your lashes, it curls them, it gives you volume. It's a very nice mascara, but it's really hard work to get on right. And I've had it open for over a year now anyway, so it needs to go. But it has this weird flat brush. Sorry, that looks like that. And you're meant to put it on with the spiky end and then, or the other way around. Maybe you meant to put it on with the flat end and then comb it out with the spiky end. And it's just hard work. So yeah, that one can go. I finished this She Glam mascara, which was my favourite budget mascara of last year, actually. It was really, really good. And I thought it was, for the price, an absolute winner. What was that called? The Flutter Wing Volumizing Mascara. This is a Bath & Body Works body lotion in the scent Country Apple. It was absolutely divine. I loved it. A little miniature creme de la mer moisturiser that must have come in an advent calendar or a beauty box of some description, which was absolutely lovely. Would I spend over £100 on a jar of face cream though? No, absolutely not. A Body Sharp lip and cheek tint, which I liked to start with, and when I used it again recently I really didn't like it at all. I don't know whether it's dried out a bit, it didn't blend particularly well, it definitely didn't last very well when I used it a couple of times recently, so that one's going to go. It's down to about, actually, is that down? Maybe there's not any in there. Maybe that's why it's not working so well anymore. It's difficult to tell whether, anyway, doesn't matter, that's going. A Laura Mercier powder. This has been discontinued and it's my Candle Glow powder, my absolute favourite. And I've only got one left and it's very upsetting. That's how far I got down on that one. I tend to stop them at this point, although there's still some product around the edge. I find it ruins my brushes if I keep swirling them round when I've hit the pan in the middle there. So yeah, giving it up at that point, but lovely, lovely powder. A blusher from, I think this is Lottie London, is it? Honestly, I can't tell. It hasn't got anything on it. Haze, it says. I think that's the colour though. doesn't matter. It's just a cheap and cheerful one, and came in a beauty box, and I've used a bit of it and I don't really need it anymore. This is a Body Shop Cherries and Cheer hand cream. Absolutely used all of it, loved it. Very sad that the Body Shop don't seem to be, I mean, I know they went through that administration thing, so I don't know what's happening with them, but they don't seem to be doing any of their seasonal ranges anymore, which I think is a great shame, because this was obviously limited edition, and perhaps they'll bring them back, who knows, but that was absolutely lovely. We've got Burt's Bees Lip Balm in the scent Watermelon that's just watermelon in a French, I assume. But yeah, that is absolutely finished right to the end. An MUA blush, similar to the Body Shop one. This one didn't really blend that well last time I came to use it, and it just didn't last particularly well, didn't blend that well, so that one's on its way out as well. This is a stack from Sephora, of which I got this when I did a Sephora order when Sephora first came to the UK, or a version of Sephora, and this was a bad buy. I used it for a video. That colour doesn't suit me at all. That's sort of a dark blusher, or is it I think it's a bronzer actually. It's too orange for me. And then we've got a highlight, which was nice, but I tend not to use highlight anymore because I've got a lot of wrinkles around my eyes. I don't want to draw attention to them. That is another blush, which I didn't particularly like the colour. That's a blush that I do quite like the colour, but I just never reach for it. So I'm going to see if I can pass that on to someone. We've got a Huda Beauty lip blush here, which I liked when I first got it, and now I don't like. It's a weird colour. It's a bit too brown for me, I think, although it looks as though from the tube it should be far more pink. Look at that. I don't like it when the tubes don't match the colour. And then a NYX, this is Milky Gloss, which I've had for ages, and again the colour on me as I've got older just doesn't do me any favours, so that's going as well. And this was, I think this one was sent to me. This is from And Begin, the brand, which I have used. It's a serum in a cream. It was this sort of, it's like Skin and Meg personalised skincare, and it was nice. I don't think I'd buy it necessarily. And that is all my empties. So it's now just after 12:30, and I am off to Torquay to have my health MOT, more of which in a moment. I had a really nice chat with Karen from Geordie Grandma. I will link her channel in the description box below in case you don't know who I'm talking about. We've followed each other on YouTube for years, and I think it's the first time we've actually ever spoken face to face, so it was really nice. We ended up chatting for about an hour in the end, about all sorts of different stuff. It is quite nice in this weird world of YouTube where 99% of the time it's just me and a camera, to speak to another human being who does a similar sort of thing, and exchange ideas and thoughts and experiences and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I enjoyed that. It was a nice uplifting start to the week. We have a collab series planned for the rest of this year, which will be starting at the beginning of February, so look out for that. Yes, I'm now off to Torquay to have my health MOT with Blue Crest Wellness, who have offered me this for free. It only takes about half an hour, I believe. I know more about it once I've been and had it done. I don't know if I'll be able to film in there, but if I can, I will film a little bit and I will tell you all about it afterwards. I'm not going to lie, I have already put this appointment off once. I was due to have it a couple of weeks ago, and I put it off and postponed it. And when I woke up this morning, I wanted to postpone it again because I am worried that they will find something wrong with me. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Because the whole point of this is to preempt things that may be wrong with you and get something done about them. I think Davina McCall had one of these types of things and discovered that she had a benign brain tumour recently, didn't she, that needed dealing with. So I'm hoping they don't find one of those anyway, but you know, it is good to have something like this. Just, I think I'm on a bit of a wellness journey this year, or at the moment anyway, and hoping to get fitter and healthier and all that sort of thing. So it seemed to fit in well with that. And anyway, I'll let you know what it's all about once I've been and had it done. Very swish. This is where I'm having my healthcare, well, not in this foyer, obviously not in this lobby, but in this hotel here. Right, I am home again. I took a couple of photos in there so you could see what it was like, but I didn't film anything. It was quite good actually. It was really super simple and easy. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to open my parcel from Gusto. I've got a Gusto delivery. It was a perfect storm actually. Gusto sent me a 60% offer. 60% off. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 60% off a box. And as I'm having a really busy week this week, I thought that is a good opportunity to use that because I've got 5 meals for 2 delivered for £22.49, and you definitely couldn't get it for that price in the supermarket these days, could you? So that has just been delivered, so I need to unpack this and then I'm going to sit down and talk to you about my wellness thingamajig. And yeah, right, where's my cards? Let me get my cards out and I'll show you what I've ordered. This is not an ad, by the way. This is paid for with my own money. I've never done any paid advertising with Gusto. Right, we've got a linguine one. Look at that. That looks delicious. I haven't had pasta for ages. This one looked really nice. This is veg-packed minestrone soup with mushroom tortelloni. And, oh, this is a real winter warmer, this one. A truffle chicken... What is it? Chicken breast with truffle orzo and butter bean stew. Oh, love butter beans. And this one is ginger pork meatballs with miso and slaw, I think. Ginger and miso pork meatball bowl with slaw. And 1 part Lebanese rice with lamb. So that is this week's meals. Yummy. And they've also given me a leaflet with a QR code. You get an exclusive discount off your first box plus free delivery if you want to try Gusto. I get some money as well, like a credit on my account as well, if you if you use that code. But just to be very clear about that. But I like Gusto. I think they're really good, and I enjoy their recipes. Have really nice ingredients and some nice recipes as well. Right, I need to go and put this lot away, and then I've got a giveaway, and we're going to talk about the wellness test thingamajig. So we'll do that in a sec when I've sorted this lot out. Right, that's all away. And I've decided we're going to have the king prawn linguine tonight, on the basis that the king prawns had the shortest sell-by date, or use-by date. That's as good a way as any, is it not, to decide what order to eat things in? You could also decide by whatever you fancy first, of course. However, anyway, I'm going to do a giveaway. We're going to do a beginning of the year organisational type giveaway, as I was sorting out some cupboards at the weekend, and I wanted to give away these items, which I am not using and are the type of thing that I love and will no doubt bring joy to the heart of anyone who's an organisation freak, Virgo type like me, and possibly some other people as well. So first of all, it's a Things to Do Today book. I love these books. It's a really simple today to-do list for each day. You've got a little box to tick off there. When you've done it, you can put the day and the date in up here. It's a nice shape. It's a lovely cover. I use one of these really regularly. I vacillate between putting my to-do list in my notes app on my phone and a book identical to this. So that's the first item. The next one is this non-dated weekly planner. This has each week set out like this, as you can see. So you can write in the date yourself. You've got a little sort of diary section over here, or to-do list, and then goals and notes. And you've got a habit tracker in there at the bottom. So excellent for anybody who likes to keep track of things in that way. And then the final one is called Today Journal. And this one is a day a page. So you've got today, you could, again, it's undated, so you can put your own date in. And then you've got the left-hand side for a generic to-do list. And then you've got top priorities for tomorrow, don't forget, and notes. So giving away those 3 as a bundle. If you would like to be considered to win those 3, leave a comment saying you want to be entered in the giveaway. down below this video. I won't be taking any entries via message on Instagram or anything like that. You just need to leave a comment on this video if you want to be considered for that, and I will pick a winner in a vlog in a couple of weeks, and I'll post it on the community tab and announce it in a video as well. Right, now let me tell you about my wellness assessment. So it took about half an hour in total, I would say. They tell you to get there 10 minutes before your appointment, and I was seen very promptly before my appointment time and taken into a room. I don't know, I was going to say a function room or a conference room, but that makes it sound really big. It was a decent sized room set up with medical stuff, and first of all I sat down, and there was just one guy who I assume was a nurse. He didn't actually tell me what his rank or role or whatever was, but he was very pleasant. He talked through all the different tests that they were going to do. It was really super simple. He probably spent more time explaining to me about all the different things than it actually took to do them, because when it came down to the actual testing, I was measured, I was weighed on, I think he called it biometric scales, which I don't know, they do some sort of scan of bits of you inside to test for various things. I'm going to put a link to the website down in the description box as well, so you can see there's 3 different levels of tests that you can have. And they start at £149 up to, I think £249, I think I'm right in saying. So they measure you, they weigh you, and then lay down on the bed and had an ECG. An ECG was only attached to 2 things on, one thing on each limb basically, arm, leg, nothing on my heart. Last time I had an ECG it was put on my chest, but they obviously don't need to do that now. That was really quick. And then I had blood pressure, which they tested in my arm and my leg. They did that twice because the first time it was higher than it should have been. I have terrible white coat syndrome. Whenever I have my annual blood pressure checks at the doctor's, I always take my own blood pressure for twice a day or for a week beforehand and take in the readings, because if they do it there, it will just say it's sky high. And then finally, they take your blood and that is sent off to be tested. Your results come within 7 to 10 days, and you register on the website in advance, obviously, and they come to you via your dashboard. And the way he explained it to me was you get an email when your results come in and you can go in and look at them. Probably won't look at mine. I'll probably get Ashley to look at mine because health anxiety. And he said that your results come on a traffic light system, green, amber, red. So anything green is good. And he also said that obviously the amber and red ones are the ones that you need to maybe think about. And he said that you would get advice as to what your next step should be if you get any amber and red results. And on the package that I was on, which was the complete package, I think, which was the top one of the 3, get a 15-minute Zoom call or phone call, I'm not sure which, with a GP to follow up and talk through your results with you, which I thought was a nice touch actually. Rather than just getting written results, it would be nice to have someone to chat through them, because it may be things that require lifestyle changes and that sort of thing that you wouldn't necessarily want to bother your own GP with, but might be useful to chat through. If you want any more information, as I said, I'll link the website below. They have given me a 10% discount code as well if anybody's interested in booking one. I did chat to the guy a little bit about the type of clients they have, and he said it's a real mix between like corporate clients, like companies who have it as a perk for their staff to have annual health checks, and just people who want it for their own peace of mind, like, you know, to sort of get on top of any future health issues that they might have. I actually think with it, obviously, it's if you can afford it thing. I get that. I do understand that. But I do think that, and with the NHS under such pressure as it is, and with the difficulties that I personally have experienced in actually getting an appointment to see my NHS GP about anything over the last few years, I think it is certainly a place in the market, whether you agree with private healthcare or not. I think there is a place for this type of thing. I think it does probably give people peace of mind in a lot of ways. Good morning, it is Tuesday. There was the most beautiful sky this morning. I'm going to put a photo of it in here. because it was stunning. It almost made getting up worthwhile. Right, why can't I find that? That is not good. I need the lid for my AG1 thingamy bob. Why is that not there? Oh, here it is. I've got it. I put it somewhere safe and promptly forgot. So today I am, side note, the king prawn linguine was delicious last night. Really enjoyed that. Today I am going to the dentist at lunchtime, or 12 o'clock, so not quite lunchtime, but almost. And other than that, it's 10:15 now. I have just filmed my Shein video for January, my try-on. There were some fabulous things. You'll see it coming up on, what day will it be? It will be, I haven't put enough water in there. You will see it on, so this coming Sunday, I think. I have to work out. Very difficult. I filmed 1 week. I don't know, you know, it's working out when you'll see everything. It's not always easy. So I'm just shaking up my AG1, which is my green drink, full of good stuff. Not an ad. I mean, I've advertised them before, but this is not an ad. And this is what I'm drinking this morning. I'm doing my what I eat in a day today. So I'm starting the day with this. Which I like to shake very, very well. And yeah, dentist at 12, got to edit the Shein video, got some eBay stuff to do, and drop off parcels as well. I'll do that when I go out to the dentist. And do I need to go shopping? Don't think I need to go shopping today, but quite a lot of work to do. My to-do list is rather long today. Oh, I've got to show you my new curtains. Walk this way. Excuse all the building stuff still, the ladders and everything. So pleased with them. I think they've really made that space more cosy now. I mean, obviously you're not getting the full effect there. They were in the sale. They're all Achille curtains, similar design to the one I've got in my spare bedroom on the wallpaper. And I'm very pleased with them. Also, look, attention to detail. Just got to show you this. The linings also have the pattern on, which is nice. So yeah, I'm very pleased with those. I feel like that's really, excuse the mess in my lounge, really added to that window, and it felt so cosy with the curtains closed last night, so I'm very pleased about that. Well, this morning has whizzed by and it's now time for lunch. This is my lunch today. I have about half a cup of this Dalesford mushroom and truffle soup, which is actually really nice. I'm not the world's biggest fan of mushroom soup, but it's really nice. It's about 100 calories worth. Some chopped up cherry tomatoes, and this is Marmite rice cakes with some avocado, or mashed up avocado, which is mashed with chili flakes, salt, a bit of lemon juice, and then egg mayo on the top. I'll just show you the rice cake packet. These are the Marmite rice cakes. And I'm quite hungry now. It's about 1:30, so I'm looking forward to eating this. It is a mystery to me how my house gets so untidy with only me in it. This table is just covered in stuff. Covered. Oh, don't know where to start really. Anyway. I have had a productive but quite exhausting day. I feel absolutely been in front of the computer a lot of the day today, but I have got loads done, which is good. I ticked off almost everything on my to-do list, and it was quite hefty, let me tell you. Yeah, there's only one thing that I didn't actually get done that I really wanted to get done, but never mind, there's always tomorrow. Tempting to drink more water because I've been a bit lax with water. I'm very good at drinking water, but I find in the cold weather I don't want it so much and I forget to drink it. And when they tried to take my blood yesterday for my blood test, they struggled, and he said, look at that, I'm just showing you my bruise from that. Normally I don't bruise at all with blood tests, but he struggled a bit and he said, have you been drinking enough water this morning? I said, no, I probably haven't actually. So I was dehydrated, so I've really been attempting to drink loads and been constantly going to the loo as well, of course, which is the downside, isn't it? But there we are. Anyway, I wanted to tell you a story. You know, did I tell you something last week about brand collabs being... Oh, I was talking last week, wasn't I, about having been approached by companies that sell the diet drugs and to do a paid thing for them, and I didn't want to do it. It didn't sit well with me. I'm going to talk about a different type of brand collab gone wrong type of thing. And I'm going to name the company actually today because that's the sort of mood I'm in. Now, I was approached by a company called Halara that you've very probably heard of if you watch very much YouTube, because I'd heard of them. I've seen a lot of people advertise Halara. I think they started with jeans. They're meant to, the USP is sort of very comfy jeans that feel like leggings but look like jeans type of thing. And they then branched out into other stuff, and I've never bought anything from them. And they contacted me and were keen to do a paid collaboration with me. Now, usually when I don't yet like to take a paid collaboration for a brand that I've never had any, clothing brand specifically, that I've never had any dealings with before. I find with clothes I feel more comfortable if I don't mind gifted product, but I prefer not to be paid, because you don't know what the clothes are going to look like, do you? It's just something that I've done as a rule. And on this occasion, they really didn't want to do an unpaid collab with me. So for whatever reason, I said, yeah, okay, then we'll do this. And they sent through a contract, which was all fine, which I signed and sent back to them. And then they started being a little bit prescriptive about what they wanted me to choose. Now, this is another issue that I have with paid collabs for clothing brands. And they presented me with quite a narrow choice of the items that they wanted me to choose from. And I like to choose I am a overweight woman in her 50s, and a lot of things that brands say, I know what suits me, I know what my audience are interested in, and I don't necessarily want to have a product pushed upon me to try that I know isn't going to look good on me and I know is not going to be of interest to my viewers. So that was problematic to start with. However, we negotiated and I said, look, I know my audience, these things are not going to be of interest. A lot of it was summer clothes as well. And I said, look, this was back in November this happened. And a lot of it was summer clothes. And I said, it's not the time of year that people are going to be interested in summer clothes, you know. So anyway, we went back and forth a bit and I accepted some of their choices and I asked them to allow me to have more free reign with some other choices. And in the end, I chose a cross section across the website. I had a pair of trousers, a pair of jeans, a dress, a skirt, another pair of trousers and a pair of leggings, I think. And the stuff arrived and I looked at it, and considering the prices, Halara is definitely not what you call a cheap brand. I was super not impressed with the quality to start with. I thought this doesn't... Oh, there was a top as well. I've just remembered there was a top. Because that was the thing that I looked at. I thought, you can't be selling this for £50. You really can't. No, the second thing was that the trousers, the dress and the skirt were all too long. Now, I'm only 5'3". I understand that sometimes things will be a bit long on me. However, I'm not 4'6", and these things were dragging on the floor. They were a foot too long. I couldn't possibly have done a try-on video with these items of clothes. Now, the pair of jeans was lovely. I liked the pair of jeans, possibly because in the pictures they were slightly cropped on the model. For me, they were full length. You will have seen them. I showed them in my Vinted haul. I didn't say where they were from, but a couple of people did ask me. I was wearing them when I tried on the jumpers and the blue cord shirt, if you saw that one. They're wide leg. Shall I just put a picture in here? That would be easier, wouldn't it? Really nice jeans, very comfortable, feel like leggings, definitely, but are definitely jeans. Quality, though, that was the one item that worked for me out of the whole haul. So as I usually do, when on the odd occasion that this sort of issue occurs, obviously I don't want to make it, would do them no favours for me to make a video for them with these clothes because they're going to look bloody awful on. So I emailed them and I said, look, I'm afraid these clothes really don't work for me. I explained that I felt there were some quality issues and that also the majority of them were far too long on me. And I never heard back from them again. It's the short version. Never heard another word from them. And to start with, I just kept thinking, well, I'm going to hear back. I'm going to, you know. And I just thought that is so, so unprofessional. And whilst I'm absolutely not saying, oh, don't they know who I am? I'm absolutely not saying that. But from their point of view as a company, dealing with an influencer who has a platform and, you know, might well be like me and start telling her audience about it. And I feel like if they just didn't bother to reply to me, and I sent them a perfectly polite professional email, there was no shade in it at all. To be honest, I was doing them a favour. I was trying to find a way through to, you know, put their company over in a positive light. I was looking for a solution to it, but they just completely ghosted me, and I thought it was so unprofessional. And the reason I decided to tell this story and name the brand is that I think if they can treat me so shabbily without caring that I have a platform that I might talk about them on when I have such a negative experience, how are they treating their paying customers who don't have a platform? You know, what's their customer service like? Because it doesn't, although I really liked the jeans, and in an ideal world, I'd probably buy jeans from them again. I absolutely won't after this has happened. Absolutely not. So yeah, just thought I'd share that story. That's my little story time for this week. Right, I'm going to tidy up this table because it's a bloody mess. Good morning, it's Wednesday. Please excuse the state of me. Had a very weird morning. It's 11:33 now, and I woke up this morning absolutely fine, got showered, washed my hair, put on my exercise clothes to go on the treadmill and do my rebounding, and suddenly felt very indigestion. I'm not waving, so I'm about to open a parcel, that's why I'm waving a pair of scissors around madly. Yeah, suddenly felt really indigestion-y, so I pottered around a bit more and I really started not to feel well at all. I felt really, really nauseous. And long story short, I went back to bed for 2 hours and have only been up about half an hour. Yeah, not feeling great at all first thing, but I feel absolutely fine now. So I don't know if that was what it was. It's the second time it's happened in the last 3 months or so, I would say, almost the exact same scenario. And I don't know if it's related to my Mounjaro or what it could be. But anyway, after a couple of hours in bed watching telly, I was absolutely fine. But yeah, I felt very ropey this morning. Anyway, I thought I would do a little segment showing you a few things I've been sent this morning in the absence of anything else to talk about, because I have done nothing and I'm intending not to do an awful lot today. Today was the one day of the week where I didn't have anything in my diary, which is good. So I'm pottering, just doing a few bits and pieces here. I haven't got much of a concentration span after this morning's shenanigans. So anyway, first thing I've received is just been delivered this morning, and looks as though it's from Wild Deodorant, who I didn't know it was coming. They didn't tell me they were sending me anything. It's not any part of any sort of sponsorship, although I have worked with Wild in the past. Love their products, by the way. And it says Wild Emma Bridgewater on the front of the box. So they're obviously doing something with Emma Bridgewater. Oh, nice. They've sent me a new thingamabobby holder. Reusable deodorant holder. I love that colour for spring. That's lovely, isn't it? And we have got an ocean mist refill, and another couple of refills as well. We've got, that's just a plain one, I think. Is that the sensitive one? I feel like that could be the sensitive one. And oh, hang on, no, it's not. It's fresh cotton and sea salt. It says so on the top. And this one, oh, that's lovely, coconut and vanilla. Love me a bit of coconut and vanilla. And then also I've got lip balm. They've sent me a lip balm. There's the aluminium container for that. Again, it's a reusable one. And we've got a coconut and vanilla lip balm refill. I think I do still have a code for Wild if you want to try Wild, if you haven't tried it yet. I use this, I don't use any other deodorant now. Absolutely love Wild. My favourite. What else have I been saying? I'll tell you what is really good that is saving my bacon this winter. It's been really cold this month, hasn't it? And as you know, I think I've said before, I don't like putting the heating on in the day when it's just me in the house, and it has been getting, on the days that it's not sunny, it gets really chilly before the heating goes on I think it goes on about 4:30 in the afternoon. And I was sent this heater. Hang on, let me just, oh, there we are. It's by Agostar, and you can have it either pointing straight at you or it swings around, and it's sort of like an air conditioner in terms of, it is only a heater, but it doesn't cut out cold air, I mean, but you can adjust the temperature on it, which is absolutely brilliant, and I really like it. And it's not expensive because it's only 2 kilowatts in terms of what power it uses. Hang on, it's got a little remote control as well, which I tend not to use because I only use it sitting here by my desk, because it just, when I'm sitting at my desk for hours, I do get cold, and it's just perfect. I keep it there and it just warms up this little corner of the room for me, which is lovely. So if you're like me and you don't want to put your whole house of heating on just to heat the house when you're in it, this might be a viable alternative. It's £55, but I have a discount code. Now, I'm pretty sure, bear with me, sorry, I'm just going to double check this. Yeah, I've got 25% off discount code, so that's really good. So I'll pop a link down in the description box and the pinned comment for that, because it genuinely chucks out loads of heat. Within a couple of minutes of putting it on, I can feel the warmth, and it's just really, really nice. Another thing I've been sent is this, which is, I don't know how well you can see that, it's a book nook of an owl bookstore, and it's basically a DIY kit that you put together yourself, and it's really cute. I've looked up there's a video on YouTube by somebody assembling it, which I watched, and it just looks lovely, so I can't wait to have a go at this. I'm not gonna lie, you may remember from my hobbies video last winter, I actually bought a very similar thing to this, because I was really intrigued by them, and it is still sitting in the cupboard, not done because I haven't done it, but I really must get round to it. So this is going to spur me on. That's what the inside looks like, and it has all these sort of pop-out pieces, and it even has a light inside it as well that works, and it's got instructions and bits and pieces. But I was really pleased to see the video on YouTube, because I'm not the world's craftiest person. I thought if I get stuck, that video will be very useful to refer to. So I am going to have a go at this. Hold me to that, would you? The final item I want to talk to you about is this little gem, lovingly known as Malcolm in this house. I think he was named by Carla, actually. This is Malcolm the robot vacuum cleaner. He comes from Ultenic, the vacuum people. In fact, Ultenic make all sorts of electronics, or electronics, I don't know. But I've tested various things from them over the years. But this is probably my favourite of all my Ultenic things that I've tested. Let me just send him back to his station. He's actually set to go off every morning, every weekday morning at 6 o'clock. So usually he's finished his thing before I get up, but occasionally he gets stuck, very occasionally actually. In terms of the robot vacuums I've had and tested over the years, he gets stuck the least. He's the most efficient out of all of them, as well as being pretty much an entry-level vacuum, really. Right, so he does a little map. He's controlled by an app on my phone, and I just press recharge, and you'll probably hear him in a minute. Finds his way back to his house and goes to recharge until tomorrow morning, when he does it all over again. Yeah, he's a really super efficient entry-level vacuum cleaner, so I'll pop a link down in the description box. Take a shot every time I say that this morning. So if you're thinking about getting a robot vacuum cleaner, if you are not yet a robot vacuum cleaner convert, and I wasn't for a long time until I bought my first one, this is very much the entry level, it doesn't self-empty or anything, but I only empty him maybe twice a week. I empty his thing, and it's really simple and quick to do. You just literally slot his thingy out, empty it into the bin and pop it back in. Yeah, it's worth a try. I'll pop a link in the description box. It is many hours later and I've just come out to film this lovely sunset. The sky has been beautiful this week in the mornings and in the evenings. In fact, it's been very clear this afternoon, so there's not as much cloud around, so it's not quite as exciting, this sunset. But good morning. It is Thursday. Feeling so much better today, although I feel like I needed to not be wearing this because it's cold. I feel underdressed for the day. It's only 10 o'clock. Is it 10 o'clock already? How's it 10 o'clock? It's only 10 o'clock and I already feel cold, which is not a good sign. Not a good start to the day because the heating's only just gone off. Anyway, never mind. Today, as I said, is Thursday. I felt really lethargic. After feeling rubbish yesterday, I felt lethargic all day. I didn't get loads done, but never mind. What am I going to do today? I am filming a video this morning, a video for a brand, which you might have seen. No, you won't have seen. You'll probably see it on Friday, I think. And my glasses are not very clean. And then this afternoon, I'm having my eyebrows microbladed. I cannot wait. It's 2 years, I think, since I last had them topped up, and I desperately need. I've been having to fill them in for several months now, I would say, so it's going to be lovely not to have to fill them in anymore. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And then this evening I'm going to the theatre with my friend Julia to see The Book of Mormon. Julia's quite a new friend. I met her through a local Facebook friendship group that I joined last year or the year before, can't remember. And she's really into musical theatre, which I love as well. And I don't really have any friends who are into. I go to the theatre sometimes by myself to see things that I really want to see. My mum quite likes it as well, but obviously she doesn't live close to me. So it's lovely to have a local friend who loves musical theatre as well. And we're going to see The Book of Mormon, which Julia has seen before, but I haven't. So that's exciting. Looking forward to that. That's in Plymouth, which is a bit of a drive, bit of a drag to drive down to Plymouth, particularly in January. But never mind, I'm sure it'll be worth it. Right, I'm going to crack on with filming this video and I will catch up with you a little bit later on. Still finding it quite hard to get to grips with this camera. I keep having to Google things and then I forget what I go to film something and I want a particular setting and then I can't make it work and I have to Google it. And then I forget what I was going to film. It's not a good scenario. Anyway, here we are. Let's go up a little bit. There we are. If you think, if I come across as a person who has my life together and is very organised, just look at the state of my bloody daffodils. That will be a good indicator as to the fact I am not that person this week. Are you following me now? I'm thinking you are. No? Yes? Come along, come over here. That's it. I'm just putting some stuff in the dishwasher. I've filmed my video and sent it over to the brand for approval, which is always, and I felt like it went quite well. When I edited it, I was pleased with it. That's always a good sign, which is nice. Need to take my pills. I'm just doing some washing up. Now, I did have a whole subject. I'm waffling on like this because I had a whole subject that I was going to talk to you about. Actually, I've just remembered it saying that. When you have a task that you don't want to do, you know, the eat the frog type task, as they say, the task that, whether it be housework or work related or anything really that you don't particularly enjoy doing, do you A, get that job done really quickly so it's done and out of the way and you know you don't have to worry about it anymore, or B, procrastinate on it for ages and really build it up in your mind and just not get it done and let it annoy you? I'm somewhere in between the two. Sometimes I get it done really quickly and feel really pleased with myself. And other times it can go on for ages, let me be honest, absolutely ages. And yeah, I wasn't going anywhere with that other than to say, why do we do that to ourselves? Why don't we, why does my husband leave wine corks in the bloody drawer when the bin, here is the drawer, here is the bin, here. And now I've thrown it into the bin and it's bounced out and I've got to pick it up off the floor. And that's another subject for discussion, isn't it? Does your partner or husband or wife, if you're male, or husband if you're male these days, anything goes, doesn't it? Anybody can be anybody they want. Does your other half, your better half, your partner, let's just go with partner. I'm probably digging here, I'm probably offending people. No offence intended, just how I naturally say things. Does your other half have a habit that really annoys you as well? I'm one of those moods this morning. Right, I need to do some actual washing up, so I'm going to go and get on with that. And yeah, I'll catch up with you in due course. I am making this for lunch. It is hours later than when I spoke to you earlier, and I've had a very busy morning. I've got everything done on my to-do list as well. I am making that, which is veg-packed minestrone soup with mushroom tortelloni. It is literally, I'm making this now because I'm not going to be here for dinner. So I thought Ashley's doing we've got friends coming over for dinner on Saturday. So Ashley's doing the shopping for that after work tonight. So I won't see him because I need to leave here just after 6 to go to the theatre. So I'm making this now. I'm going to have my main meal now and then Ashley can have it, warm it up and have it when he gets in. But it's literally the work of 10 minutes, literally, to make this deliciousness. It's just cooking, it's just on the last couple of minutes now, and I will show you when it's made because it's smelling delicious. Seriously, how nice does that look? I'll do the taste test and I'll let you know a bit later what it was like, because I'm now going to sit down, eat that, have a break and watch last night's episode of Traitors. I've just gone to get a coat and I've completely forgotten that I owned this coat. It's because all my coats are on there. I'm the only person whose coats are on there. Don't look at the ones on the floor, for goodness sake, I'm taking the wrong way there. And only the top ones get seen. So I completely forgot that I had this coat, which is actually, I think, meant to be loungewear. Can't remember where it came from. Maybe Marks and Spencer's, possibly, or Matalan. But it's nice and warm and cosy, and it's just perfect for today. So I'm going to wear it to go and get my eyebrows microbladed. I am not going to lie, I am really super not looking forward to getting this done. Only in terms of it is extremely painful. I hate having my eyebrows. Really, every single time I have it done, I end up really forgetting how bad it is and then going back and getting it done, and I'd forgotten how hideous it is until about 10 minutes ago. Actually, that's not true, it was about an hour and a half ago, because I did actually take just stretching my bag over to the passenger seat. I did actually take ibuprofen about an hour ago, so hopefully it will hurt slightly less than normal. We'll see. I am back from having my eyebrows done. It is much later than I thought it would be. I'm very pleased with them, actually. It took a while to get the shape right today before she started on. They draw the shape on first, and it hurt a lot. I was glad I took my pills before I went, although she told me off because she's not meant to. But I was glad I did it. But here I am, sitting drinking my Coke Zero. Got about an hour before I need to go out, a bit more, about an hour and 20 minutes actually. Yeah, here I am, sitting, drinking my Diet Coke and flicking through Instagram, and I come upon a sponsored advert for Flour and White, who, if you don't know them, they make meringue bars, snack bars. Okay, a snack food, not an essential product, I think you'll be in agreement with me about. And if you shop on the internet at all, or if you use the internet at all, you will be familiar with Klarna, Klarna, in the UK anyway. I don't know what the American equivalent of it is. Is it ClearPay, or is that a UK one as well? I don't know. But it's basically buy now, pay later. It's borrowing money at a quite high interest rate to buy things. And this snack bar company, Flour and White, are suggesting that people pay with Klarna. You can see it down here, down here. It's just absolutely outrageous that they should suggest that. I mean, don't get me wrong, borrowing money has its place. I understand that, you know, obviously I'm privileged to be in a position where I haven't needed to borrow money on this sort of basis for a long time. But how can it be okay to suggest that people borrow money with Klarna to buy their bloody meringue bars? Meringue bars, for goodness sake. What? Why would anybody think it was morally responsible to suggest that people rack up interest to get their bloody meringue bar? I'm just incensed by it. In fact, I've just done an Instagram story tagging them and calling them out on it because I think it's reprehensible. Honestly, I do. I think suggesting that people should borrow money to buy their snack bars is disgraceful. Anyway, that's my rant for the afternoon. I have just cleared off my dining room table in order to take a photograph of my new curtains for my Life This Week on Instagram. And I cannot tell you how delightful it is. Just gone the wrong way again. How delightful it is to have a clear dining room table. It hasn't been clear like that for absolutely ages. And it makes the space feel so much calmer. So much calmer. Honestly, I don't know why I don't do it more often. Trouble is, the other table over there is currently full of Ashley's Millennium Falcon Lego that he got for Christmas, which he's having great fun building, but is quite the challenge, I think. He started it on about the 28th of December, I think, and he has a good hour at it every night, and sometimes a bit longer. But the main thing, he's enjoying it, isn't it? But it is taking up rather a lot of this table, yes, the entire thing, but never mind. But yeah, I really must try and keep the sides and the tables clearer because it's made me feel very calm, this. So, slightly funny story. Not that funny, actually. Neurotic, mad woman story probably would be more accurate. Let's be honest. I'm just switching over handbags for the theatre tonight. Why have I got endless wipes from the Indian restaurant in there? I don't need those. That is not something I require in my handbag. Don't need sunglasses either. Definitely not going to need sunglasses. I'm switching over to a smaller handbag for the theatre tonight, so I'm not hefting this lovely but ruddy great big thing that I don't need with me. Yeah, so I had an email when I got back from having my eyebrows done. Had an email from Blue Crest Wellness to tell me my results were in of the test that I had on Monday. Side note, my blood test, look at that. That would teach me to hydrate properly before I go for it. It actually doesn't hurt at all, and didn't hurt at all when I had it done. But yeah, that would teach me to hydrate properly before I go and have my blood taken again, won't it? Yes, anyway, I had an email saying my results were ready. And do you know what? I couldn't bring myself to look at them. I could not bring myself to look at them. I emailed Ashley my username and password and said, look at my results and I don't want any bad news. Anyway, he just phoned me up and he said, it's what you'd expect considering your weight, but there's nothing hideous in it. So that's good, isn't it? That's the short version, so I don't feel the need to look at it myself now. Honestly, ridiculous health anxiety, just absolutely ridiculous. And I'm aware it's ridiculous, I do know that. But at least it's all good news, so yay for that. Right, I don't think I'll be taking you out with me this evening, but I will see you again tomorrow morning when it will be Friday and we'll have got through another week and we will be over halfway through January. Go us. Well done, everybody. Let's clap ourselves for that. Good morning. Good morning. It is Friday. It is the end of the week. The show was so good last night, the Book of Mormon. Really enjoyed it. It was a little bit different, bit sweary, definitely not a family musical, but different and just absolutely full of energy. I love the theatre so much. I always enjoy whenever I go to any live performance. appearances. It's really so good, isn't it? It was absolutely packed as well. So yeah, really good evening. Didn't get home too late, obviously, because it was in Plymouth, and then had a shocking night's sleep, absolutely shocking. Woke up super early as well, and I feel very jaded today, very jaded. I am looking forward to the weekend. In fact, I am thinking that I'm going to switch. Ashley's working tomorrow, because they're still a bit short-staffed. They had one new person start, but they've got another one at the end of the month when they should be back to full capacity. But in the meantime, he has to work some Saturdays, so he's working tomorrow. So I think I'm going to have a work day tomorrow and have a bit of a slower day today is my plan. That having been said, it's 9:05 and I am on my way to the parcel shop, then I'm on my way to the post office, then I'm on my way to Tesco's to do a bit of shopping. So we've got friends coming round for dinner tomorrow night, and I need to get some bits and pieces for that. Yeah, that's the plan for this morning. I'm back from Tesco's, and the only thing of interest that I purchased was these cauliflower hash browns that I've never seen before. We're having Dalesford lamb burgers from ages ago, which I got out of the freezer this morning for dinner. Ashley wanted to have chips with his, and I don't have bread with my burgers these days because it fills me up too much, but I fancied something to go with it and I didn't want chips, so I got these. I'm just looking to see, so one serving, which is 80 grams, which is 2 hash browns, is 162 calories. That's not bad, is it? 2 hash browns for her. Well, wonder what they're like. I will let you know when I've eaten them, but yeah, not bad at all. They're in Tesco's. It is many, many hours later. In fact, I forgot that I haven't finished off this video. I have just had the funniest inquiry from a brand wanting me to advertise their product that I've had for a while. It's from a brand, from somebody called Zoe. And it says collaboration opportunity with Bicchio for enhanced men's comfort. I'm reaching out on behalf of Bicchio, a brand with passion for providing men with an unparalleled level of everyday comfort. Our mission is to enhance the quality of life for men through innovative design, and we're excited to announce the launch of our flagship product, a spaciously ventilated men's underwear that eradicates the discomfort associated with tight and constrictive garments. I feel they maybe ought to do a little more research on who they're sending this out to. Just a tad, because they might want to send it out to men. Just a wild thought there. Honestly. Well, that one can go straight in the recycle bin anyway, can't it? Right, this is it for this week. I was going to do a little cooking segment today, but I haven't got round to doing the cooking that I was going to do, so I haven't done it. The segment, I mean. I haven't done the cooking, I haven't done the segment. But I hope everybody's having a good week. Everything I've talked about or mentioned, which I can't remember anymore because it was days ago and I haven't reviewed the footage from this video yet, will be linked down in the description box in the pinned comment. If you've got any queries or questions, please do ask. I try and get back to everybody who asks a question. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.